And it's a really magical time when you know in your heart, I'm going to get to play music for the rest of my life, and this will be my deal forever.
So just for all of you that are in front of us right now, so you know, you are about to be a part of our live podcast taping. Are you guys ready? That's good. Okay. Let's get started, everybody. We have a 5-time Entertainer of the Year joining us. He's won 50 major awards, sold nearly 13 million albums, and has had 29 #1 hits.
He's also earned 68.5 million RIAA certified digital singles, which is more than any other country artist, but who's counting?
We are. And so is he.
He just wrapped up his 5th season as a judge on American Idol and then moved right into his Raised Up Right tour, which kicked off on Thursday night.
You know his music, you know his story, you know his dance moves. Please welcome Luke Bryan! It's like the hair hug and the makeup hug. You're like, okay, I love it.
What's up?
Tell us about some of your earliest memories of CMA Fest.
Well, a memory that stands out for me is, so I moved to town in 2001, and I would say so back in 2002, I was at the Tin Roof. It was about 3 o'clock, and it was a bunch of friends, and it was CMA Fest, and I met this group of girls, and they were like, "Hey, we got an extra ticket to CMAs."
Okay.
And so we left Tin Roof. We went to the gas station right there. We bought beer, sat in the parking lot. It was when Martina McBride was on that night, and Where Would You Be was her big hit at the time. And we had floor seats, and I just sat out there just taking it all in. To go from that moment to be literally a fan tailgating, caught up in the magic of CMA Music Fest, and then to be, here today. I mean, I remember getting the first call from when I was playing river stages to where I got to go across. I told somebody it's a long swim across the Cumberland River to get to that big stage. So
2007, you did river stages.
Yeah.
And then Nissan Stadium. It wasn't Nissan Stadium at the time, but it was the stadium
LP
show
Field.
after that. LP Field.
Yeah, it's changed names quite a bit.
Yeah. So when you made that jump, did you feel like you'd made it when you walked out on the stadium stage that year?
With me, I felt like I made it. I always felt like with every new little accolade or achievement, that made me feel like I made it. By the time I got to the stadium, I mean, I think, Country Girls Shake It For Me was out, and Tailgates and Tan Lines, that album was out. And I mean, it was just a weird, crazy, when I see artists like, obviously Luke Combs is on, just completely on fire. And then when I see Morgan, anytime I see Morgan, I'm like, you're all in the middle of the craziness right now. And he knows that. And it's a really magical time when you go from, when you know in your heart, no matter what, you're going to be able to do this for the rest of your life. You're like, there's no fallback plan anymore. Like, I'm going to get to play music for the rest of my life, and that is the most fulfilling thing that you could have when you know that this will be my deal forever.
Is that the advice you give to these artists who are coming into these moments, like playing the stadium for the first time? Is it really to take it in and kind of, revel in the point of success they're at? Because it's such a special time that... Yeah,
with me, my first thing, when these kids, when I get a minute with them at American Idol, even when I look at Hunter Girl and Noah Thompson, the first thing I tell them is really make sure you have fun and enjoy it, because it's all fun. I mean, every different level. I mean, when you're on one tour bus and there's 13, nasty, stinky, sweaty guys that are sleeping on the tour bus, there's so many different levels. But all I process is, damn, I had fun. That was fun. And last night at Carolina Country Music Fest, that was fun. And as long as an artist, you can make sure you're having fun along the way. You can make sure that you can really trust your heart and your gut with where you want to go musically. That's the main thing. I mean, but have people in your world that you trust and keep it real. But there's a lot of, and it never goes away. I mean, to make albums and to put singles out and to go tour, you have to be like, you can't just go, oh, it'll. You got to wake up every day and be like, it's going to be a lot of work today. But it's so worth it when, even walking in this room. And 15 years ago, I would have dreamed, my biggest dream would have been in a situation where this many people were in a room to hear me sing or do anything.
Right?
Right. So it's always amazing.
I do want to talk about Vegas because it looks like, yes. It looks like when you are out there, it looks like you are having the best time. What is it about doing something in Las Vegas that is different and special for you?
Well, with Vegas, first of all, the stage is so enormous at Resorts World, and you have to think about it. It's a big look. There's a lot of people in the room that are, they're in Las Vegas for a convention. They don't necessarily know anything about me. They go sit in the seat. And I can tell, I can look at my country fans and tell, oh, well, then I can look at a fan and be like, that guy has no idea who the hell I am. Entertainment is entertainment. People resonate with somebody that just has fun entertaining. Right. And so that's the cool thing about Vegas, going out there and trying to, really do really creative entertainment moments and visual moments. And it's a pretty cool thing to be a part of. And
I think that's why, that's what's so unique about you. You've got Vegas, and you go to Crash My Playa, and then you've got Farm Tour. So you've got these different elements. He's like, I can't even think about it. So yeah, what's the prep like in changing? I love that you said that it's just about like the entertainment value, because you're just out there to connect with the audience. So it really doesn't matter what your venue is, and it's always a party.
I really can't think of another artist that can play stadium, go to somebody's farm and play in a wheat field, then go to Las Vegas, then go to Mexico, which we still haven't been invited to, by the way.
We've been trying to get an invite. We've been trying to get an invite.
Well, this is your invite.
Thank you.
Everybody heard it?
Everybody's taping that? Good.
Okay.
But, here's the thing. Seriously, what you're saying, how do you plan for each one of those? Because you are so versatile, and you make it all work.
Oh, well, thank you.
You're welcome.
I'm on TV, too.
That's right.
Well, what's interesting about Vegas is my Vegas show has to be different, like contractually, than my show on the road. So I have 2 concerts, 2 different shows in my brain right now. And yeah, that ain't gonna go well. Like I said, fans through the years, I've done a lot of shows, and I've had some concerts where I'm sick and I had to battle through. And early in my career, when I walked off stage, I thought my career was over. I was like, you just bombed in Jacksonville. You'll never be able to go back to Jacksonville. You'll never sell. And then we put Jacksonville on the market after I had a bad show, and then Jacksonville. So what I'm getting at is country music fans. They give you grace. They give you slack. If you're having a bad night, go out there and say, guys, this is a bad night. Let's have some damn fun. And So if we go to Crash My Playa and I mess up a couple songs, it ain't the end of the world. It's Mexico. Everybody's tore down drunk anyway. And then with Farm Tour, my main thing is always just be real in the moment. Never go out there and not be spontaneous. Not, like last night we come out on one margarita. And, I got my big margarita, and I'm like, dun, 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 da, 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 da. And I'm shaking my margarita at the edge of the stage. And I look down, and I literally dumped my margarita on top of a policeman's head. It was a funny moment. I was apologizing to him. Well, this morning, like, all of the local socials and stuff, they have me dumping my margarita on that guy. And, nobody commented on how my voice was, Nobody ever said, oh, that was vocally the most amazing thing, It was up there with Chris Stapleton. I didn't get any of that.
He's got a great story to tell now, though.
He really does. He's going to live by that.
Thank you so much for doing this.
Love
this
it.
is so much fun.
You're awesome. Mr. Luke Bryan, one more time.
Thank you.